Sorensen, and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Angie Dickinson, Buck Henry, jazz violinist Stefan Grappelli, and the David Christmas Quintet, and the second singing dog contest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Look, I don't want you to overexert yourself during the smog alert. I feel guilty enough with a monologue. My name is Johnny Carson. I just took the day off from court to be with you. Tonight, you're lucky. You people are really lucky. We begin our... How lucky? I'll tell you. We begin our new policy of $400 rebates during the monologue. Laugh at a joke, get a check. That's right. Laud the Star, get a check. We can do that all night long. You sound good. Now, last night, I don't normally like to talk about past audiences, but since they are gone... We had a crowd last night. Maybe it was the weather or something, but they were not exactly, what would you call, a high-class group of tourists. No, I don't mean it. They were suffering from freight car lag. Look, you know you don't have a high IQ group. When you see their lips move while they're reading the applause sign. I have a late bulletin that just came off the teletypes. Governor Jerry Brown, California governor here, just ordered all Californians to an odd-even system and breathe only every other day. Did you see these? What are they wearing? There are two people in the audience. Two girls sitting here in the audience tonight. Let me show you what they have.
It's come to this.
It's a B cup.
What? A B cup? I'm telling you, it is bad out here in California. How bad is it? All right. I mean, this is the worst weather I've ever seen in California all the years we have been here. What stage is it today?
Hazard.
Hazardous. It is hazardous to be outside today. I drove to work today. A guy in front of me had a Braille bumper sticker. Said, if you can feel this, you're too close. Mayor Bradley leaped into action, did something about the smog. He went to Aspen. He's not going to stick around out here. Did these help at all? Did these help? What is it made of, darling? Paper. Just a little kind of a filth? What? Or?
Yes.
Or? That's right. Oh, I tell you, you're in a very good mood for this weather because people get very grumpy. Have you noticed that people get much on edge here, and it's a gritty thing?
Yeah.
And as if Los Angeles did not have enough problems, we have an RTD, which stands for Rapid Transit.
Yes.
Here in Southern California, they've been on strike now for 19 days. And when the buses start rolling again, all those people are going to be thrilled who've been sitting on those benches to find out that there was a bus strike. They don't know out here. I have some good news and some bad news tonight. The good news is that Secretary Vance said he is very confident of getting the Russian troops out of Cuba. And the bad news is the CIA just found out that the Bolshoi Ballet has nuclear tutus. Did you see what former President Nixon said today about that situation? He left for China, you know, former President Nixon. And he said, when he was... Nixon said when he was president, there were no Russians in Cuba. Now, if you think about it, there were also no Cubans in Cuba. They were all breaking into the Watergate Hotel. That's why. It's kind of a touchy situation, but I am confident that President Carter will get the Russian troops out of Cuba. I mean, after all, he got the killer rabbits out of Georgia. It shouldn't be too tough. The President had another busy day today. He's boarding up the White House windows to brace for Hurricane Teddy. Politics is really interesting. Now, everybody, there was a California poll, I think, taken by a fellow by the Mervyn Field, is that the name? He took a poll out here, showed that Senator Ted Kennedy, if he ran today, they take these all the time, would overwhelmingly beat both President Carter and Jerry Brown for president in 1980. Of course, you understand, Carter has not officially announced that he is running in 1980. Carter's trying to make up his mind whether he can beat the incumbent, Rosalynn.
Wife.
Huh? That's his wife, yeah. Rosalynn. Look, things are not going good for the president. There was a knock on the door today, and it was Joe Garagiola. Said, vote for Jimmy, get a check. Keep running that. No, I understand that Carter's doing everything to try to improve his popularity. And today, I understand, we found out they're planning to drop Mondale and replace him with Mork from Ork. Would you all like one of these masks? Hey, we got a good show tonight. We have Miss Angie Dickinson with us tonight. We have... one of the cleverest, wittiest guys I know, Mr. Buck Henry, is with us. And if you are a music fan, especially jazz, we've got the great Stefan Grappelli here tonight with the Dave Grissom Quintet. We're going to knock you out. And also, the second in our semifinalist Singing Dog Follies contest. The dogs will be out here tonight. And what else?
A visitor from the east.
Visitor from the east, yes, tonight.
Thank you, Doctor. Yes. Severson, the great NBC orchestra. If ever there was a right crowd for this guest, this is the group. This group is ready for this man. Famous, yes. A famous visitor from the East, the all-omniscient, all-knowing, all-seeing, all-telling, famous seer, sage, soothsayer, and former June Taylor dancer, Karnak the Magnificent. Sacred and blessed one, I am so fearful of injury. Are you all right, sir?
It was all of them.
Welcome, welcome once again. I hold in my hands the envelopes. A child of 4 can see these envelopes are hermetically sealed. They've been kept in a mayonnaise jar on Funkin' Wagnall's porch since noon today. No one knows the contents of these envelopes, but you, in your mystical and borderline divine way, will ascertain the answers to the questions, having never before heard the questions. Is that about it?
Yeah, that's it.
I hold envelope number 1.
That would figure, yes. I have not seen this question.
Hermetically sealed.
But I will divulge the answer
Yes.
to this question.
Have you never seen it?
That'll be enough. The answer to this question is a picnic and Hamilton, Jordan.
A picnic and Hamilton, Jordan.
Name 2 things that go better with Coke. Hurricane Frederick.
Hurricane Frederick.
Yeah. What's the biggest wind to hit Florida since Anita Bryant? UCLA, AFL, CIO.
UCLA, AFL, CIO.
How do you spell eucalyptical?
That's right.
Athlete's foot.
The air quality is bad.
What's the one thing the Los Angeles Dodgers caught this season? Athlete's foot.
Carney?
A drug bust.
A drug bust.
What do you call a bra stuffed with Quaaludes? Alexander Goodenough.
Alexander Gooden.
Is Alexander a good dancer? Karnak going to Punjab Privy. Saucepan. What was the name of Peter Pan's wino brother? Carl Malden's nose and Ted Kennedy. Name two things that are sure to run next year. Roach Motel. Where do marijuana cigarettes go on their honeymoon? Same time next year.
Same time next year.
When is the next time Bert Parks will work again?
I hold in my hand the last on...
May your only son be voted Miss Congeniality. A Datsun, a Toyota, and a rabbit. Name two cars and something that can terrorize a president.
Tonight's show will return right after this message, so stay where you are.
Back. Thank you, Doc. Tonight we have Mr. Buck Henry with us. Not only do we have Buck Henry, we have the singing dog contest, our second round for I guess to choose our final selection.
Is that will be the final and the second?
Then I think the finals will be in several months.
I see.
So excitement is reigning rampant here tonight. Also, the great jazz violinist Stefan Grappelli and the David Grissom Quintet are here.
Yeah.
Speaking of good music, by the way, we went last night to see Buddy Rich and his big band are at the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard. And if you're around in that area, you want to hear a great group of young musicians who really play, and a superb artist himself, Buddy Rich. Go up and see him. They're there, I think, just tonight only.
One more night,
two shows. So they're right up on Sunset somewhere. And we have, of course, Angie Dixon will be out in a moment. Now, you told me something you're doing this weekend that I didn't quite understand.
Well, it's nothing strange. I'm playing football.
I find that...
Really?
Yeah, what do you
I've been playing football in a long time. We have a celebrity football classic. And Bert Convey has it. It's going to be a special on ABC. And we're doing it this Saturday at Pacific Palisades High School.
What do you do?
I'm a designated passer.
Thought maybe you were the...
Yeah, I just come in for one pass.
Thought maybe you were the team bus or something. Just a little humor there that
21 years and you're still doing it, right? 21 years I've stuck by you.
If we stop, we're out of business.
That's right.
You're a designated
I'm
passer.
coming in to just throw a pass at a crucial moment to Cheryl Ladd or Charo or something. But a lot of celebrities out at, wouldn't you like to throw a pass at Cheryl Ladd or Charo? Yes. But it's going to be at Pacific Palisades High School Saturday night, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I mentioned only because I mentioned it last time, and I had the wrong school, but it's Pacific Palisades.
You mean people showed up at the wrong place?
No, it hasn't happened. It's this Saturday. I'm correcting it now.
Well, when did you mention it before? I haven't heard
you. You weren't here. Sometimes you're not here.
You want to play football full time? No, you can be out there every day, rocking soccer, play football, get a check. What did I start to say?
Angie Dickinson.
Thank you. What more can you say about her? She's a lovely gal, fine actress, policewoman, and I think she's got a picture out called, what's the name of it?
She'll probably know.
You must have really saved a lot. You can always tell when you've got a lot of money. You can start really gringing in there. You must have it in little tins all over the country. Klondike Fever is the name of the show. Freddie was trying to tell me he's going like this.
That tells you Klondike Fever.
And I'm saying...
He'd be great at charades.
Yeah, I'm saying a new picture, hand on her head. What the hell is this?
Klondike Fever.
How would you get Klondike Fever from this?
Wait a minute, you want to coach?
What?
You want to coach on Saturday?
No. Why don't we bring her out here and talk about it? Here's Angie Dickinson.
What were you saying? I was laughing.
I forgot the name of the picture, and Freddie was trying to, by playing charades, tell me the name of it, and this was his clue. And I was supposed to, from that, somehow come to Klondike Fever. You play games well? Some people are great game players.
What's that? Not pantomime. It's called...
Pantomime Quiz was on for years with Mike Stokey.
Yeah, I love that. No, I'm not very good. I'm good at that, but that's the only game I'm good at. I think.
How you been?
Okay, I've missed you. And,
Did you do this picture in the Klondike?
Yes, I think so. It's in British Columbia, near the Yukon. I don't know exactly what...
Exactly where is the
Klondike
Klondike?
a territory, or is it a... well, this is...
No, it's not Utah.
Yukon. I think.
Yukon.
Yukon.
Oh, I thought you said it was
Another one of his
Utah.
greats. 2 syllables.
How in the hell could the Klondike be in Utah? The Yukon.
That's how he got an award, an Emmy last
That's right, because this is the man who went up and accepted an award.
Congratulations, by the
Thank
way,
you.
Freddie, and all of you. I think it was well-deserved and wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Anybody?
Yeah.
And I never thank the little people. Want to thank a lot of little people back here who helped me that I couldn't do the show without. So you were in Utah, not in Utah, you were in the Yukon.
This is a picture that I don't know when it's going to be out in the United States, but your show is seen in Canada.
Are we?
Yes, very much so. And it is
Not in the Yukon.
releasing first. Well, I think so. There are a few sets up there. And it's going to be released there.
And the nights are very long, so we can watch forever.
It's a nice picture. Fun, and Rod Steiger, Lauren Green, myself, and we plow through the snow, and it's a delightful picture when it comes out. Anyway, that's all.
That must be a beautiful part of the country.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and the people are lovely.
Yeah.
I yearn to go back, and I hope I can.
What do you do now in your spare time? What is there to do in the Klondike? Well, a dumb question, I saw. What you can do in the Klondike, what you could do in Utah.
Well,
The mind is really going fast tonight.
I worked there. I didn't vacation or live there, so it's different. You work. Now, what they do, they watch you. And,
I know we get into, I think we get into Toronto or Montreal.
Oh, sure you do.
Because it's broadcast from Buffalo, New York. But I don't think we get up.
Yes, you do. I saw you I saw you in Hope or Yale, whichever city I was in, which is in British Columbia.
Oh, Fred, how would we be seen there?
Cable.
Over the border.
Over the border. It goes right over the border. Our show beams right over.
I didn't know that.
I was able to tell you something you didn't know.
Well, I didn't know. What
That's
wrong?
a nice feeling, folks.
A lot of things I don't know.
Awful bright.
A lot of things I don't know. I didn't know we, for example, we went into Hope and Yale. Was that have the sounds right?
They're little. Oh, yes, but they're little.
We'll talk about something else?
Yeah, because... oh, that took
Oh, we have to break away?
I've done it again.
My brain is turning to absolute mush tonight. And I got the singing dogs to contend with. Like that, that's not it.
No. No props.
No props. We'd like to welcome a new sponsor. They just happened to hit a bad night. No, they didn't. This is a good night. Now, you know I didn't mean that. Ship and Shore.
They're very big in Hope and Yale.
Yes, they are. Makers of America's favorite shirts and blouses. What? Thank you, Doc. We're back. We're talking with Angie Dickinson. We have Buck Henry, Stefan Grappelli, and the Singing Dog Follies tonight. We have some, we have run for the past few years on the show what we call our Singing Dog Follies. You would be surprised the number of people in the country who claim that their dogs actually sing. Sometimes when they watch television or they hear the radio, and we bringing them in. Now, do you have dogs or cats?
No, I had a dog, but I had to give him away. He was too nervous for our house. Our house is too nervous. And he made it
You mean the
worse.
dog had a breakdown or what? You know, they have here in California dog psychiatrists.
I believe that.
People take their pets and go to the doctor, and they sit there with and talk about their problems.
Well,
Get under the couch.
Yeah, under the... Well, I would have been happy to send him, but he was sending us there, so we had
Oh, that's
to...
too
But
bad.
we found a wonderful home for him. But I had a cat once. He was wild, and I taught him to be tame enough to talk to me. And he did. He talked back, mostly.
Oh, come
It was
on.
a little...
Oh, come on now.
I'm serious. If you talk kitty talk...
What's skinny talk?
Yeah, you want to lay a little of that on me?
Have you ever... Well, no,
All right,
that
I'll play-
sounds
I'll play
silly.
the cat.
But raccoons...
See, I'm not a big cat.
Do raccoons hang around... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you're not a big what?
I'm not a big... I shouldn't say this because it's almost un-American. I'm not a big cat fan.
That's all right.
I'm not... I know. Let me... Boo, sure. Boo. See, I'm not secure enough to have a cat. I want a cat to do something. If I'm gonna feed the cat and bathe him, I want him to do some tricks, or I want him to come when you call him. Cats don't do a damn thing. They lie on the TV and they look at you. Now I know it's my insecurity. You say I want the dog. The cat won't do anything. You feed them and bathe them, and
They just bore
scratch
you, that's all, probably.
Yeah.
But they're so graceful. They're so beautiful, an animal. It's like a piece of art walking
Oh, I
around.
like lions and tigers and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah, they're beautiful. But dogs
But
are
tell
more
me,
fun.
you talk to the cat.
Yeah, you say... Oh,
Well, go ahead. I want to hear a grown
no,
woman.
I'll never be able to go home. No, you just say, come here and kitty talk. The same kind of response to a raccoon and
Well, give me the
marmots.
kitty talk. Now, come on.
Marmots do the same thing. You just... Oh, I know he can talk me into anything.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Here. That's all.
You have to talk like that?
You have to get high-pitched.
They
Come
like you.
here. Sort of meow.
Yeah, it's the same way with the
Come
dog. You
here.
have to kind of lower your voice because
Yeah.
they sense an attitude
It is an
or a
attitude.
tone of your voice.
Uh-huh.
Actually, they don't understand words, of course. You could say, you could change the words.
Oh, that's true.
But if you say, get off of the couch, and you taught him that meant get on the couch,
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know get off the couch or get on the couch.
That's right. That's right. No,
You know what I'm saying? What?
It's the tone.
It's the tone of your voice.
Well, that's the kitties.
Come here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, more or less.
Does he sing, though?
Oh, no. I've seen some of those on... Gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, how many dogs do we have tonight altogether?
6.
We have 6 performing dogs tonight.
Oh.
It's a big night for us. Yeah. It's a big night. 6. I know. I got it 6. Yeah, 6. Good, Fred. Fred, give me this, like I don't understand. 6.
You talk.
Hey, you've been working in Hollywood for a few years. You ever go back? I read something the other day. Somebody sent me an old interview I had given years ago, and those things come back to haunt you. And you read things that you don't remember saying, or you made things up or something. You ever read some of the interviews you first gave? The studios tell you to say certain things, and then they come back to haunt you years later?
Unfortunately, they didn't tell me to say those dumb things.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. If you do dig them out and you read and you sort of remember saying it, but you're amazed at, that's one of the dogs. They now have 5.
I thought so, yes. Yeah, 5 singing dogs. One of them. That dog is no trooper.
What amazes me about those stories is that I think we fall in the trap when they ask us questions in interviews. We somehow think that since they're asking us, we know the answer. And very few, I think Marlon Brando is one who says, you ask me things I don't know. I'm not qualified to discuss this subject, but we kind of get carried away and think we have to answer it. And I read those things and I say, how dare I thought I knew so much.
Yeah.
And those are embarrassing.
There was a publicity thing put out about me years ago that when I was a kid, I did ventriloquism and magic, that I'd learned to throw my voice on the farm while milking a cow. And the voice came out, and now I'd never lived on a farm.
Right.
You see, but somebody thought that was charming and very mid-America and
that
charming.
kind of thing.
Yeah, those kind of things they make up.
That's aggravating that they made up. But you don't have any guilt about that.
No, it looks silly now.
But yes.
In the early days when you were in the studios.
People think it's true.
In the early days in the studios, did you have to go to certain parties? Did you have to attend certain functions as part of what they call?
No, I came in a little after that
Yeah.
period. But I did have to do the publicity tours, hit 16 or 17 cities in a 17-day period and that sort of thing. But they didn't join me up with anybody at the studio. There weren't many of us under contract anymore when I was
that's
there.
right. The days were earlier, weren't they?
So I guess it might have been 2 girls going if they had tried to pair us at that time. I was past that.
They weren't quite ready for that.
No.
We're going to do this, and then, friends, right here on this stage, we're going to bring out, how many dogs now? We have 6. Come on, don't say 4. We got 6.
6.
6 dogs and their owners, and you folks will be the judge here in the studio tonight. Stay with us. What excitement, what fun, what a show. Folks, tonight, okay. This is our 2nd singing dog contest, and you folks here in the studio are going to vote for the dog of your choice. Now, this is very serious, because it means a lot to these dogs. Because the dog chosen tonight will go on, 2 dogs chosen tonight will go on and compete with the winner of the dogs from the last contest later on in a few weeks, right? And in case the winner cannot fulfill his or her duties, the runner-up will... Come on, I'm trying to give this thing some class, folks. Would you welcome to our first contestant, Betty Lou Liebold, and Sheba Meadow is the dog. How are you? How are you, Betty Lou?
Good to meet you.
Hey, where are you from?
Cyprus.
Yeah, we had to... Cyprus, California.
California, right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This obviously is...
Sheba Meadow Grand Field champion.
Greyhound. She's
greyhound.
a grand champion?
Yeah, Sheba, stand.
Sheba?
Sheba, stand.
That's a beautiful dog.
Thank you.
Does she race at all professionally?
Sheba does lure coursing, which is off-track racing, and she's
Yeah.
one of the top off-track racers in the country.
Is that where they chase
Chase
the mechanical
artificial lure.
Yeah. And how old is Sheba?
She's 6 years old.
Can I pet her?
Shiva, of course. Shiva, turn around. Turn around.
Put it down.
Go say hello.
How long is... How long has Sheba been singing?
Shiva been singing? About 5 years.
About 5 years. When did you first notice it?
Well, about 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago?
Yeah, that's right.
About the time she started singing, and you said...
About that time, yes, right.
You said, hey, she's singing.
Yes.
Now, does she sing to accompaniment, or
No, she sings when I ask her to.
when you ask her? All right, now, give her a chance. If she's a little nervous, it's okay.
Yes,
We don't want to rush you.
Shiva.
This is Betty Lou
Sheba.
Leibold
Come
and
here.
Sheba
Shiva,
Meadow.
heel. Shiva, sit. Stay.
Excuse me.
I want a song. Johnny wants a song. Can you sing? Sing. Sing. For Johnny. Johnny wants a song. Sing. For Johnny. He wants a song. Sing. Come on. Shiva, sing. Shiva, sing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sing.
That's just the vamp.
Sing. Shiva, sing. Good girl. Come on. More. That's right. Sing. Sing. Okay, good girl. Say. Catch. Good girl. Sit. Shiva, sit. Shiva. Well, we got to finish the cheese first, you know. Shiva. Shiva, come. Sit. Sit up. Stay. Catch. Whoop. Okay, Shiva. Heel. Shiva. Shiva. We don't waste anything.
Thank you very much. Is she going to sing
No,
there?
she's going to sing. Shake hands with you first.
She's going to shake hands, then she has
You
another...
ask her to.
Would you shake hands? Oh, that's very nice. Okay. Thank you, Betty. Thank you. Okay. Nice dog. Not the best singer, but it's all right. Look. The dog's set nice and healed, but, you know, not too much on the vocal. And that's what you folks are here to vote for, the singing. Don't let the extracurricular, you know, don't take that into account, that she's set and could eat cheese. We got to be fair. Our next contestants are Lauren Preston and Jessie. Hi, how are you?
Fine, how
Where are you from, Lauren?
are you? Whittier, California.
Whittier, California.
Yes,
And this is Jessie, obviously.
Yes.
What kind of a dog is Jessie? Big dog?
Yeah,
Big
half
dog.
Pyrenees, half Shepherd.
What?
Half Pyrenees, half Shepherd.
Half Pyrenees? What's a Pyrenees?
It's like a big white St. Bernard.
Nice.
big.
Can I? It's all right?
Sure.
You always should ask the owner, shouldn't you? Because
Sure.
sometimes dogs...
Depends on
like
if you want your hand.
that. Oh,
Just kidding.
how old
He's
is...
very safe.
How old is Jessie?
5.
Uh-huh. And singing for all that time?
Just about.
What, what starts her singing? What,
It's a hymn, but harmonica.
a harmonica?
Yes.
When you play the harmonica, the
Yes.
dog will sing with you.
He'll try. He didn't
Okay.
do too well in rehearsal today. He just barked.
That's all right now, but the chips are down now. This is the...
Yeah, I
this
know.
is
Well,
what
he made
counts.
him nervous playing his trumpet, so...
Oh, when Doc plays the trumpet, it made Jessie nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. Any particular song?
Oh, Susanna.
Oh, Susanna.
It's all I know. What can I
Well, look, we didn't expect the Rodgers and Hart songbook, you know,
Okay.
just, Oh, Susanna will be fine. It's not the number of songs the dog sings, it's the quality
It's the
with which the
quality.
dog sings.
Oh, we might be in trouble with it. Okay,
Preston and
just no,
Jesse.
no. He wants to go home, I think. Come
Well,
on.
I don't
It's
blame
all right. Now sit. Jesse, what's this? What's this? What's this? What is it? Okay, now you bring it.
Barking is not going to... He's going to sing.
He's getting warmed up. He has to
Okay.
loosen the vocal
Just, oh,
cords.
that's right. They do have to vocalize
Yeah,
a little bit,
yes.
don't they?
I'll hear some more. Come on. Trust me. Sit down. Sit. Trust me.
Okay.
Are you bored? You're embarrassed. This is the Johnny Carson show, you fool. Come on. Ready? No, I love you too. That's a good boy. Yeah.
I think I'm on the dog's tail. Maybe. Okay. Now, Ronnie Perlman and Harriet Lynn Berkowitz. That's the dog? Hello, how are you? You're Ronnie Perlman?
This is Harriet.
The dog's name is Harriet Lynn Berkowitz?
That's it.
Okay, and it's a little miniature. That looks like a little Gucci, miniature Gucci.
It's a little Gucci purse.
Uh-huh. Why does she wear that? Just identification and...
It has her phone number in it.
If somebody finds her, then...
And a dime.
And a dime? She couldn't memorize the phone?
No,
I see. Okay, she looks a little naked down here, isn't she?
Yeah, she has a little problem.
Well, she's half fur and half,
And half.
Is this all allowed, all right? Well, they're... What is the problem with the,
She likes to bite it.
She likes to bite her fur off?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you get Harriet to sing? I mean...
It's really difficult.
All right, are you all set, Ronnie?
We'll try.
Okay, and good luck to you, Harriet.
Thank you. Okay, ready? My country.
God, I thought that was the dog. I wasn't watching to see. I wasn't watching, and I said, my God, we got a dog that can sing. Okay, go right ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but you threw me there for a minute.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right, now try hard. My country, 'tis of thee. She's not.
That's all right. You know, you're not going to get the dog to sing by torturing her. Okay. We'll be right back after this commercial. Get out. Get out. Okay, moving along, folks. Would you welcome Mark Picar and Sadie? Right. Hi, Mark. How are you? Good to see you. That looks like an Afghan?
Yeah.
An Afghan hound? Mm-hmm. And what is this contraption?
This is a beanbag
It's
chair.
a beanbag chair. Does Sadie only sing
Yeah.
when she's on the chair?
That's the only thing she needs it for.
Oh, I see.
Is to sing.
Interesting. How long has she been singing?
She's been singing, maybe 6 months.
Good. You got to bail us out because so far it hasn't been going too good.
I'll try.
It's up to Sadie now. She has accompaniment, I
If
understand.
she doesn't, I will.
Okay. Somebody's got to sing here.
Okay. Okay, Sadie.
No sympathy. It's singing.
There's a classical song now.
Classical.
That's why the bow tie.
Give that dog to Trooper. Give that dog a hand. Okay. Now, Now, would you make a welcome Mr. Al Swanson with Butch and Bingo? Hello, Al. Is one a backup singer or what?
Nice to meet you, Daddy.
Yeah, how are you?
This is a duet.
Yeah. What do you do, Mark?
I'm a public affairs representative for Chevron USA.
Ah. Now, what is this? Is it a duet or what?
Yeah, sure.
Which one's Butch and which one's Bingo?
Well, the big one is Butch.
Uh-huh.
And the little one is Bingo.
And they normally sing together, huh?
Yeah, right.
Okie dokie. You all set?
Yes, sir.
All righty.
Except we lost the beanbag, but I'll just sit down right here. Huh?
Okay.
All right, guys. Yeah. This is the Johnny Carson show, Bingo. Yeah. Bingo? Are you going to sing? Bingo? Bingo? Oh, Bingo? It's really a trio.
Yeah.
Bingo? Whoa. What? 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 What?
Okay. Now, our final contestant, John Hoyer and Woof. Hello, John. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
What kind of breed is it? Look like an Alaskan,
Well, we know the mother was a Samoyed. We're not sure who the father was.
Probably not too important. How long has Woof been singing?
She's about 3 years old, and since her voice changed, I guess. And she was a puppy.
Okay. Woof have a favorite song?
Sit down, Wolf. Yeah, shortening bread.
Shortened bread. Okay, we haven't had that tonight.
Come on, Wolf. Come here. Come here.
Sometimes dogs will choose the same songs, and we have to...
Here's your key. Come on.
Okay. Put them all out, Ed. Now, quick. This is show business. Stay there, Okay, let's all come out here now. Line up over here. And Ed's going to hold his hand over each contestant and their dog. And, you're not going to sing again, are you?
I'm not gonna.
No, you know that. Okay, the first contestant, Betty Lou and Sheba. Number one. Okay. Number two is Lauren and Jesse. Ronnie and Harriet Lynn Berkowitz. Mark Picar and Sadie. We'll do Al Swanson first with Butch and Bingo. And John Hoyer and Woof. Oh, congratulations. Woof. Oh, we have Woof for all of you. For you and everybody gets them. Let's hear it for all of you. Thank you, folks. Thank you. And they say, where are the new dogs coming from?
Are you prepared tonight to announce the night of the finals, or is it?
Well, it's not too soon. We have only 2 or 3 finalists. I don't believe this. We'll be right back after this with Buck Henry. We're back. Well, who could follow... Who could follow the singing dog follies? Probably only this gentleman. He's a funny guy. Buck's just returned from New York, where he completed work on the new John Cassavetes film, One Summer Night. Would you welcome Mr. Buck Henry?
Well, you've done it to me, I think, once too often.
This is too much, huh?
I've followed a lot of peculiar people here, none of whom have had to be swept up after, that I know of.
Yes.
But
you can't say we don't bring new things to the show.
Yes. It gets classier every time.
Something happens to the dogs between the rehearsal. See, all of these people swear these dogs sing wonderfully at home and in the office, but something happens when they get out here.
Well, don't we all sing wonderfully at home?
That's true.
And yet when we get out here under the lights with the gang...
And the makeup and
the makeup and the lure of show business and the temptation of high rewards and a lusty, kind of adventurous high life. Any dog can fail under those circumstances.
Pressure just gets too much too soon, I suppose, for some of them.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't done local shows, and they hit, they hit the show, and they have nothing really to fall back on.
Yeah.
I mean,
and soon it'll be, I suppose, indiscriminate sex and drugs for them. And
right. Illegal substances into their bodies. Yeah. Do you have pets at all?
Not after tonight. No.
Aren't you an animal lover?
I am.
That's un-American, to say. Yeah. I was reluctant to say that I'm not particularly fond of cats, because people who are fond of cats are almost...
There's one now. I don't think that being a cat lover is specifically American. In fact, it's a very European trait to love cats, but dogs are sacred to America.
Yes.
I mean, if you ever kicked a Cocker Spaniel in public, you could be broken, all your bones could be ripped from your body. When I was a kid, we had the run-of-the-mill cats and dogs.
So did I.
And white mice. And
did you raise white mice?
Well, raise them is not the verb. We tolerated white mice. And one after another, they met an unattractive death, usually finding their way into the smaller rooms of the house and disappearing down the tubes. But we had a parrot that refused to say anything, and at one point we had a monkey. But they're fairly revolting. And I shaved him and tried to pass him off as my brother for it.
And succeeded, I understand, on several occasions.
He did better than I did on the college board exams, and went on to some success in his chosen profession.
And then went into show business, I suppose. Were you injured at a roller rink?
I was. I've had a month of strange things, including a number of diseases which can only be passed on by a handshake. Did I? Culminating in this. This is not a training thing. This
what did you do?
Fractured ribs and full ligaments from roller skating.
That is the new syndrome in the country.
At an age when you should clearly stay home and read the National Geographic.
More people are doing this. They go out, it's great if you're young and you're real athletic, but people think they can go back like they did when they were in high school. Go out into a rink and do all kinds of things, and orthopedic surgeons are doing very well lately.
Very, very well.
Would you fracture some ribs?
Fracture some ribs, pull some ligaments, and late at night when I'm turning over, I sound very much like one of the singing dogs. It's, I don't know, some guy fell in front of me and I attempted to skate through his mouth. It was more solid than I thought, and I skidded for, it was a good skid. It drew hearty applause from the onlookers. And then the next day I went to visit the Percodan factory.
Got on their mailing list right away, huh? That can hurt. I'm not making light of it, but you shouldn't really try to do all that at once.
No, I know. Well, it's good exercise, and it's great fun, And the girls look so cute.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess I shouldn't.
Because you don't jog.
Oh, good Lord, no.
No. That was it.
Oh, yeah, oh, I see. For a minute.
Are you on Percodan now? The reason I'm asking is because, well, I had, no, Percodan's legal.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, when I,
It's not legal
are you
for,
taking?
Yeah, it's not
when
legal
I had,
for you to sell me any now, although...
When I had a little trouble with a vertebrae, I took Percodan,
Yeah.
and it is a very comforting, and it would be very easy
to become
Absolutely.
attracted to them.
Because once his pain went away, I would stub my toe, and I would say, gee, maybe I better just take a half of Percodan.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not smart. And I just wonder if you're on it now, because you have that kind of...
No, the sort of...
Yeah. Like, hey, what's happening? Just a little bit. You have a little grin on
I
your
don't
face.
have them in my... I have a couple taped to my leg.
For emergency,
Going slowly,
yeah.
Through the pores.
We're going to take, by osmosis, working on your body. We'll take a short break, and we're going to come right back. We're back. We're talking with the injured. Well, you're not really disabled, but that's
No.
uncomfortable to go through.
I'm not disabled.
Yeah. You've been in about, what, 10 or 12 movies, something like that?
I never really counted. I guess so, yeah.
But somebody, I think you were quoted saying you didn't consider yourself an actor, but more as an entertainer.
It's true. Well, I'm not a trained actor, as most of my friends who are actors are trained.
But there are a lot of actors who never had training, who were remarkably good actors, who never took professional lessons, just by instinct, intuitive.
But by and large, the really good ones in America have studied. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you also say that you thought most actors were miserable?
No, I didn't say
I don't mean
most. I
miserable
said
professional,
there's a high percentage of the very best who are less than totally satisfied with their life, as becomes evident when you read about them, when you read their interviews or when you read stories or books about them after they have departed. I don't know what it is about acting, but I think partly it's that when they get to a point where they're making more money than some countries take in a year for working in a single picture, there is a kind of peculiar guilt and self-examination that gets built in with it.
Right.
That's understandable, and they begin to question that are they really worth $1 million or $2 million for getting up sort of early in the morning and putting makeup on and talking in front of a camera? It is a question that people can well ask themselves if they get enormous amounts of money for doing something that seems a little odd.
Yeah, I've heard other actors say that. But yet at the same time, if an actor goes, say, in a movie and people come in and they draw that kind of gate, you know, $40, $50 million, I suppose it's...
it's supply and demand. If not for it, we'd all be here.
Do you feel that as an entertainer, writer, actor and so forth, that you ever feel guilty about the money you get?
No. Well, I don't make that kind of money. If I did, I'd consider the guilt. Give me a try. Pay me that much and...
Let me see
if I can balance it out with my sense of shame.
You're recognized now pretty much wherever you go, right? You enjoy being, quote, celebrity? Recognized figure.
I'm not actually recognized, except by a certain bent segment of society. I have a fairly anonymous face, and I'm not in that many things that people know me on sight. Usually it's after I deliver an opinion about something that everyone feels a certain amount of loathing for, but they know who I am.
Yeah.
But no, I like a certain amount of anonymity.
Yeah.
And prefer not to be recognized everywhere.
Who would you like to be if you weren't you?
The Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Why not? I mean, it's a dumb question, but I just figured some people look at other people with envy and say, oh, I would like to be somebody. Some actors may say, I would like to be Sophia Loren. Some people say, I'd like to be Cary Grant or Olivier.
I'd like to be Sophia Loren for a few minutes, just to see what I'm like.
No, there's no ego there.
the thought processes.
That would be interesting for men and women to at least have an understanding of each other's emotional and physical feeling, and men can never really relate to that, and women probably can't to men, but it would be interesting for a day to be a woman, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe 2 days.
Yeah, you might get lucky on Wednesday and want a whole week or something like that. But hasn't that intrigued you?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's not worth an operation, but it would be interesting if we could turn on the other part of ourselves to its fullest thing.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah. Have we ever talked about phobias on the show?
Now and then.
Yeah, I just wondered if you had any things you were...
I don't think I have any peculiar phobias. Do you?
That's a strange thing. I don't think I really do either. Like, I'm not afraid of heights or claustrophobia particularly. I just wondered. I just threw it out.
I know I could throw one up.
Maybe a fear of being asked that question. That's a phobia. It's called phophobia, which is a fear of being asked
about phobias.
About phobias.
Yeah. Or phobophilia, which is the love of being asked about phobias.
Conversely.
I guess then you could have a philiophobia, which would be actually the fear of being asked about liking something.
And it could go on and on and on.
No wonder they call this a talk show.
That's what we're here for, to explore these things with some depth and meaning.
You give people a sense that there's something beyond their own petty concerns.
That's right. They can look at this and say, look how well off we are.
Yes. Aren't we glad we're not them, regardless of what sex they are?
That's right, sitting there, going into the tubes. And it makes people at home feel better, so. We're going to come back. We have Stefan Grappelli here tonight. Are you a jazz fan?
I love Stefan Grappelli,
and he is
always have.
Amazing. We will be back with him in just a moment. I think you're in for a real treat. If you're a music fan at all, especially jazz, the name Stefan Grappelli, you know well. He's been an important figure in jazz since the 1930s. He founded a club in Paris called the Jazz Hot, and he is acclaimed by many as regarded as probably the best jazz violinist in the world. And he's on tour right now with the David Grisman Quintet. They have an album out, which I understand has been on like the bestseller list for 6 months. And they're going to be at UCLA September the 15th and at the Uptown Theater in Kansas City the 18th of this month. Would you welcome, please, Stefan Grappelli and the David Grisman Quintet. Gentlemen. Stefan Grappelli and David Grisman. Warm me down. And we'll be right back. Stay where you are.
Anyway,
I want to tell you, thank you for being with us. We got a couple of minutes. Buck and Angie, thank you very much. Tomorrow night we have Bob Hope, Mariette Hartley, Luciano Paparotti from the opera, Sidney Goldsmith, the Mighty Carson Art Players. We thought with a sensational group, by the way, they're going to be at UCLA September the 15th and in Kansas City at the Uptown Theater September 18th. So you should not miss them. So I think we thought we'd just go out tonight with Stefan Grappelli and the David Grisman Quintet. Gentlemen, it's all yours.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người, và hôm nay bên em lại về một chiếc Nissan Tenna, chiếc xe sản xuất 2011 2.0 số tự động phiên bản màu trắng. Và chiếc xe này thì cũng đời khá là sâu rồi, nhưng mà là xe số tự động và form dáng khá là đẹp, rất là rộng rãi. Những cái đặc trưng của Nissan là mặt ca năng rất là mạ chrome, rất là chắc chắn và khỏe khoắn. Con này thì giá khá là ưu đãi bởi vì nó cũng bị va quẹt. Đấy, va quẹt vào phần sườn chặn vào phần chassis rồi, nhưng mà không ảnh hưởng gì nhiều. Đấy, hơn 200 một chút cho một chiếc xe số tự động, form dáng cực đẹp. Bạn nhìn tay nó cửa bằng chrome là rộng, nhìn rất là chất luôn. Nốp thì cũng còn đi dài dài chưa phải thay. Đèn hậu thì nhìn rất là chất. Các bạn nhìn hậu nhìn giống, nhìn rất chất. Tôi liên tưởng đến Rolls Royce. Đấy, Nissan nhìn tất cả từ trước đến sau nó rất là mạ chrome, rất là chắc chắn. Đấy, đó, nhìn đèn hậu rất là đẹp. 2011 mà đẹp như này rồi. Trước khi em báo giá thì em sẽ quay tổng thể chiếc xe. Các bạn nếu xem trực tiếp em cần mở phần máy lên, bởi vì nó bị đâm vào phần đầu. Vì vậy là em sẽ mở máy lên cho mọi người xem thì sẽ rất là rõ. Chứ nói này mấy tí em mở thì mọi người xem qua thôi. Ví dụ nhìn chỗ này, nhìn cái sơn xi nó cũng bị khá là, cũng thỉnh thoảng có những chỗ va quẹt, nhưng mà các bạn nhìn trên video các bạn nhìn thấy đâu mà. Đấy, chỗ này có một chỗ này. Đấy. Và bây giờ này em sẽ quay vào phần nội thất bên trong. Đây, hàng ghế trước các bạn có thể thấy rằng là vô lăng thì chưa bọc, như rất là mới nhá. Da ghế đã xuống cấp theo thời gian, hơn chục năm rồi. Đấy, cần số thì cũng rất là chắc chắn. DVD tích hợp kem nồi. Đấy. Và con này thì loa rất là phê luôn. Nhìn ở chỗ cần số thì ốp giả gỗ rất là đẹp, bệ tì tay. Đấy. Nói chung là Nissan Tenna là một trong những dòng mà em thấy là form dáng rất đẹp. Mua vào giá cũng rất là rẻ thôi, không hề đắt. Đây, nội thất đằng sau thì da ghế cũng nhăn nheo theo thời gian xuống cấp. Đấy. Đấy, còn hai ghế sau lại còn có cả DVD đầu về màn hình DVD nữa cơ. Đấy. Tổng thể chiếc xe thì như vậy. Vì vậy là các bạn nếu mà ai mua đến lại sớm với em. Con này thì em đang giao bán ở mức giá là 240 triệu. Đấy, mức giá này là một mức giá mà em nghĩ là hợp lý. Bởi vì xe nó bị lỗi, nó đâm vào phần sườn bên phụ rồi. Và nó cũng bị ăn vào chassis rồi mọi người nhé. Chứ không phải là nếu mà nó còn nguyên bản thì sẽ nó khác. Như đây là nó vào đến phần tiệm cận vào phần chassis rồi. Vì vậy là giá nó ưu đãi hơn. Chứ nếu mà ngoài thị trường con này cũng phải hơn 300 đấy, không có giá rẻ đâu. Đấy, mặt cả đằng nhìn con này thì nhìn rất là chắc chắn luôn. 240 triệu. Các bạn cứ đến xem xe trực tiếp, chốt được thì mới làm giấy tờ, chứ không nhận cọc trước mọi người nhé. Vì rất nhiều người bạn này ngày xưa chuyển cọc thì xong người ra lại bảo là sao nó đâm nặng thế, mới vào ăn vào phần chassis mới gò hàn nắm thế. Nên hiện tại bây giờ thì em không nhận cọc, cứ đến xem xe trực tiếp, chốt được thì chốt. Vì vậy những xe nào mà đã bán thì em ghi vào phần bình luận là đã bán, còn nếu em chưa ghi thì là chưa bán. Vì vậy ai mua liên hệ sớm với em. Xin chào mọi người.
Tonight.